Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another review brought to you by me, Timmy Garrett from Bridgeburner Gaming, and as always in association with our super Sith friends over at fishmonkeyproductions.com. I feel the need to put a very quick disclaimer at the start of this video. If you have yet to see Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and are wanting to see it completely free of plot lines, character beats, etc., then it's probably best you switch off now. Although The Force Awakens toy box from Disney Infinity 3.0 doesn't spoil any of the major plot points of the film, this review does contain footage of cutscenes from the game which will reveal certain developments and locations used in the next installment of the Star Wars franchise. With that said, let's dive right in to Disney Infinity 3.0 Star Wars The Force Awakens toy box set.
Shall I send a detachment to search for survivors?
So, Episode 7 is now out, and that means that the merchandise machine can really start rolling. The Star Wars portions of Disney Infinity 3.0 have already been lauded by critics as some of the finest Star Wars gameplay to grace consoles since Knights of the Old Republic was released way back in 2003. As a recent convert to the Infinity franchise, I would wholly agree with this statement. Even playing through the Twilight of the Republic toy box set, which, let's be honest, is based around some pretty dire films, was an absolute blast. Zipping around the Jedi Temple on Coruscant 1 minute and blasting through the deserts of Tatooine in a pod racer, racing Sebulba, have been some of the most nostalgically fun gaming moments I've experienced this year. So it was on Friday the 18th of December that the Force Awakens toy box was released. In the toy box you are treated to not only the Force Awakens toy box expansion, physically manifested by a nice little statue of a Stormtrooper helmet, but also two exquisitely rendered figures of the main Episode 7 protagonists, Rey and Finn. Also released alongside the toy box were two other figures, villain Kylo Ren and dashing pilot Poe Dameron, whose figure is absolutely banging, and playing as the Dark Jedi Sith Lord Kylo Ren himself was really good fun. The gameplay contained within the toy box is very similar to what we have seen in the previous two games. The main game itself sits comfortably somewhere between an MMORPG and the timing-based combat of a God of War or Platinum game. The player is given generously sized hubs to explore in the forms of the planet Jakku and Takodana, and a lot of your time in these areas will be spent running around completing missions and challenges for the other characters, all the while levelling up your chosen figure and planting skill points in the surprisingly detailed skill trees. There are also a generous scooping of combat and racing based challenges to complement the somewhat repetitive fetch quests that are dished throughout the campaign. And as always, there are the space sections. An hour or so into the game you're given free rein to take either the Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing into the space surrounding Jakku and Takodana to take part in ground-based missions on an orbiting moon or aerial dogfights in asteroid fields. As in previous toy boxes, these sections are all handled really well, and one standout mission was using the Falcon to take out a whole cluster of Star Destroyers. It felt awesome. The only downside of the toy box, and it's only a minor one really, is that it does feel slightly shorter than previous offerings. This is most likely mainly due to the fact that it only has one film to play around with at the moment. But with that being said, after watching Episode 7, I have been gagging to consume as much Star Wars as possible. And even if the price point is slightly higher than Battlefront, I would wholeheartedly recommend this over the online shooter. There is more heart, more soul, and most importantly, more fun to be had in Disney Infinity 3.0 The Force Awakens toy box. So there you go, that's my review for Disney Infinity 3.0 Star Wars The Force Awakens. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the review. Please let me know what you thought of the game or the review itself in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and also remember you can keep up with us on the YouTube and Facebook pages for Bridgeburner Gaming and Fish Monkey Productions. And also remember that myself and Matt have our weekly podcast of Chit Chat with Tim and Matt, which we try to release every Tuesday or Wednesday. So again, thank you very, very much everyone, and not to end on a horrible, cheesy cliche, but may the Force be with you.